why we came out in Oakland to protest against political prisoners all around the world and to protest against Putin's invasion of Ukraine. So you want to tell us your name and why you're here today?
Of course, yeah. My name is Isaac Gendler. My ancestors are Ukrainian Jews. I consider myself to be a Ukrainian Jew. And the reason why I'm here today is because I feel like the left needs to speak up more in Ukraine. I'm a proud leftist, proud diaspora-focused Jew, and I want to, I think, give back to the land of my ancestors and help raise awareness and to unite our fight with other fights. You know, how our struggle is in tie with the people of Burma, it's in tie with the people of Iran, Syria, East Turkestan, Russian political prisoners, you name it. Especially, you know, also as a Jew, I see like what's happening with the Muslims in India. It reminds me just about the Holocaust, and they're even using the same tactics, same tropes. And I just want to come out to, show presence, show support and solidarity, because no one's free until we're all free.
Great. Thanks very much. So you want to tell us your name and why you're here?
I'm Cheryl Zur, and I'm the co-chair of the Ukraine Socialist Solidarity Campaign. We're here today to be in solidarity with all the political prisoners in Russia, but around the world. But for me in particular, I didn't know until recently that January 19th is the day that the anti-fascist movement in Russia is in solidarity with all the people who have been dissidents against Putin, all the people who've lost their lives fighting against that terrorist regime. And I have the people in Russia today who are in prison and who have raised their voices against Russia's invasion of Ukraine, to me, deserve the utmost solidarity and admiration for their incredible courage. We're here so far, even though in this country there is a tremendous right-wing movement, and we don't really know how many more years we'll have the right to protest in the way that we are today. But Putin is a beacon for fascist movements around the world, and he must be brought down. And he must be defeated in Ukraine. That's the first step. So that's why I'm here today.
Thanks very much. So you want to tell us your name and why you're here today?
I'm Ron Couch, and I'm with News and Letters, Marxist Humanism. And I'm here today to show solidarity with the Ukrainian people who have been a beacon to the world to not give up on democracy. And it's not just democracy in the formal sense, but it's a whole people. Jews, Russians, and Ukrainians that have been a beacon to the world that's devolving into fascism, devolving into hatred of the other in this state of the world that has little hope for youth and needs a return to the humanism of the idea of freedom that begins with one's actual life activity. These people are telling the world that we don't have to live under the god-awful fascism and interminable totalitarian turn that Russia has given the fascist movement in the world. And I want to show the utmost solidarity with all these movements, and I think it needs to be grounded in a new kind of philosophy of freedom that has the left and most of the world has avoided really censoring their focus on. And that's why I'm here. And if you'd like to check us out, it's at newsandletters.org. And I have an essay on this very question, and thank you.
Thank you very much. So we're here with Kin Thiri Nandar So, who's originally from Burma. And Kin, tell us why you're here today in support of the political prisoners all around the world, Russia, Burma, and elsewhere.
So this rally is very close to my heart. I grew up in a family where we have 3 women political prisoners. And this political prisoner issue has been, decades and generation-long issue, not only for Burma, for the other country who have been facing oppression across the globe. So I felt that, we've been protesting, rallying, doing advocacy work to free the political prisoner in Burma. I feel that our voice is not loud enough, like our fellow activist Go Jimmy, which is right here, just executed in the prison. Even the global voice from Burmese community. So I really think international solidarity like this rally is very important. That's why I'm here.
Good. Thank you very much.
So tell me your name and why you're here today.
My name is John Ryman, and I'm with the Ukraine Socialist Solidarity Campaign, and I also do a blog site, oakslandsocialist.com. And I'm here today, well, in part, for this young woman, Olesia Krivtsova, who was a 19-year-old young woman in Russia facing 10 years in prison for terrorism for having spoken up against the Putin's fascistic regime and his invasion of Ukraine. And we see all around the world a worldwide drive towards the right and actually towards fascism. The most recent example, we saw Steve Bannon collaborate with Bolsonaro to try to overturn the election there in Brazil. And part of that drive towards fascism is increased repression and political prisoners all around the world. We see them in Burma, we see them in Iran, we see them in Russia, we see them in Israel, and in actual fact, we actually see them here in the United States also. And so we need a new workers' movement, and we need a renewed socialist movement as part of a new workers' movement, to fight back against that and to fight for workers' interests and workers' rights and for socialism. And all of that is directly involved with the issue of political prisoners and for international working class solidarity.
Thank you.